footballgameplan.com, where football makes sense. I'm Emory Hunt, the czar of the playbook. Sit next to Rafael Hernandez, and he's bringing you his top 5 sleepers for the tight end position in fantasy football. And going through your top 5, I did not see Ben Coates on the list, so I'm already highly upset.
At number 1, I have Jimmy Graham of the New Orleans Saints. And here's a kid that I think is going to be a great target for Drew Brees. I mean, last season his numbers improved. If you looked at the end of the season, he was a great tight end to use for a lot of playoff teams that were successful last season in fantasy. And I think he continues to be one of the favorite targets of Drew Brees, especially in the red zone. He's a pretty athletic guy, a former basketball player, that's going to get open a lot in the red zone.
Oh yeah, 6'8", you can't guard that in the red zone with 3 people. So very good tight end target near the goal line. Second on your list.
Number 2, I have Jermaine Gresham of the Cincinnati Bengals, a guy that had a pretty solid rookie season, and I think his numbers improved due to the fact that they're going to have a rookie quarterback back there, so they're going to have a lot of checkdowns to him. So I think he's going to be a guy that benefits from that and can have a pretty solid season at that end.
I can't wait to see how well he does in the second year. Very underrated rookie season. This year, look for him to take the next step. Number 3.
Number 3, I have Michael Homanawanu from the St. Louis Rams. This is a guy that is going to benefit from having a lot of pretty good receivers around. And the best friend of a quarterback, especially a young quarterback like Sam Bradford, is a tight end that can catch balls. And this gentleman can. And I think he's going to be one of the quiet numbers. He's going to have a season kind of like Moeaki had last season from the Chiefs, where he's going to come out of nowhere and be like, who's this guy? And you're going to wonder why you didn't draft him.
That's a good selection for a sleeper. A really good, solid pick right there at number 3. Number 4.
At number 4, I have Tony Moeaki, speak of the devil. And he's a guy that, again, will benefit from the fact that the Chiefs have better receivers now than they did last season. So I think his numbers take a bit of a bump up. He's not going to have elite numbers like the Dallas Clarks and the Antonio Gates of this world, but he's going to have a better season than he had last season. So he's a solid tight end for that.
I want to see his progression because he came out of nowhere, like you said, had a solid rookie year, really a breakout campaign as a rookie. Can he take the next step and get into that upper echelon? That has yet to be seen, especially at the quarterback spot. If Matt Castle is going to take the next step himself and make sure he distributes the football and allow Moeaki to get open a lot more this season. Number 5.
At number 5, I have it's going to be either Dennis Pitta or Ed Dixon for the Baltimore Ravens. Whoever starts for that team is going to be a great tight end for this team. You got to ask yourself this: they let Todd Heap go for a reason. Todd Heap was a guy that put up great numbers for them for years, and they just let him walk. One of these guys is going to be a playmaker for Joe Flacco, and whoever it is that starts, I think is going to be a sleeper at tight end. Personally, I like Dennis Pitta.
And you look at the Ravens; they run a lot of double tight end sets, so you might get a situation where both guys come in and be do exceptionally well for that offense. The reason why they let Pete go so freely is because he stayed hurt. So he may give you a great, production, a great amount of catches and yards, but it may only be for 6 games. Now you may get those 6 games back to back, or you might get them spread out over 16 games. But the fact that you have 2 young prospects that both have speed, both athletic, Pitta is more of a better blocker than Dixon, but both guys are very, very talented.
Yeah, if you ask me, I think these 2 guys are going to be kind of like what Gronkowski and Hernandez were for the Patriots last season. So just keep your eye on these 2 guys.
And also, I kept my eye on that list, and I didn't see Mark Shimura as well. I keep throwing out these names. These guys don't know football. A lot of guys don't know football. They don't know the history. You got to look at these tight ends. Tight end position was a really good position back in the day because I'm glad to see a resurgence now. People going to the tight ends. Maybe not as athletic as they used to be. Now they're more athletic than they used to be. But now tight ends are allergic to blocking. Back then tight ends could do it all. They could catch, they could block, and they could get down the field. But nowadays guys are peekaboo blockers.
So you're saying I should have added Jay Novacek to my list?
Novacek should have been on the list. Novacek should have been on the list, and also Hobie Brenner.
Oh,
New Orleans Saints. For more fantasy football videos, visit footballgameplan.com/fantasy or visit our YouTube channel at youtube.com/footballgameplan. And listen to the Football Game Plan radio show, which airs Saturdays 11 a.m. Eastern Time at blogtalkradio.com/footballgameplan.